Okay, so should we just show everyone this driveway we're doing here today?
Yep.
I'm here with Paul. We're teaming up for this job today because it's quite a big job. Let's show you what it is. So, been asked to clean this driveway. This is quite a big driveway, but you can see it actually here where they park the cars. I don't know if this is just damp, you know, off the cars.
That's oil.
Overnight. Do you think it's oil?
That is, yeah.
Could be, couldn't it? The main thing was over here there was a lot of weeds growing, all in front of the garages. I've treated it with weed killer last week, so that's all died off now. It continues all the way around here. Some weeds here. This is dirtier up this end. This is where cars parked. So if it all comes up nice that colour, it's really going to brighten up the place. And then the same paving continues all the way around. We're going to clean all this here. And then this patio area. All the same. It's all got cleaned. There's a bit to work around here. Through the gate here. There's a little bit here as well. So that's why I've brought Paul, get both of us on this job. You can see here, looks like someone's had a go at cleaning it already. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge when we come to rinse it, because these stones actually have got quite a texture to them. If you can see that, a bit of a texture there. So you know, when you pressure wash it, you get that kind of residue of sand that you've kind of removed from between the blocks. And then when you come to rinse, I think the rinse is actually going to be quite tough going because of that texture on there, just washing everything off the surface. So I think that's going to be quite tough going. And then when we come to replace the sand, do the resanding, try and brush the sand back across it, I think that's also going to be quite tough going. So that's just a little bit of a concern for me on this job. Sometimes you never know how things are going to go until you start doing it. So Paul's here with his machines, brought his pressure washer, his flat surface cleaner. I think he's got a 22. I think his flat surface cleaner is a 22-inch. Mine's only an 18. So, oh, there's path here. So there's this path here. We'll clean all that. I think we'll get him doing the big area out here front, so I'll probably do the fiddly bits out the back. So there's a couple of patches here, looks like that's oil, so we're just going to treat it with some resin block oil remover. That's what I normally use, and you need to put that on when it's dry. Once the driveway's become wet, if you've already started cleaning it, the oil remover won't be effective. It won't cut through to the oil. So yeah, you need to do that when it's dry. Put that on, give it a bit of a scrub, leave it 15 minutes and then clean it as normal. So that's what we'll do. We'll just treat that first, because you don't want to have a situation where you've cleaned most of the job and then you realise afterwards that yeah, it is oil. So I'm pretty sure it looks greasy and horrible sort of stain. So let's crack on, see how it goes. done this area here, up to the corner. Paul's working down there. Paul's been doing really well. So what I'm going to do now is switch over to the gun. I'm going to use the turbo lance to go around the edges, around all these edges. And the thing is with the flat surface cleaner, there's still some of these weeds and bits and pieces that flat surface cleaner hasn't quite removed. So some areas, it's the same in that area in front of the garage, around the front. A lot of those big weeds, Paul is saying the same thing, that the flat surface cleaner doesn't necessarily get all those out. So certain areas we have to go over a little bit more with the turbo lance to try and remove some of those weeds. Not necessarily remove them, because it will just kind of cut the tops off them, so it won't necessarily get the root out. And that's why I applied weed killer before we did the job, a week before, so that the weed killer would be absorbed down to the roots and the roots will die off, so they're not going to grow back. But I don't want to use the turbo lance too much, because the more you use the turbo lance, it does start to disturb the sand lower down. Whereas the flat surface cleaner, the jets are at just that right angle, that they just remove that top layer of sand. I mean, when the blocks are nice and tight together like this, they're actually designed to remove 10 millimeters of sand from between the blocks. So we don't want to penetrate any deeper than that if we don't have to, because all that sand will be disturbing. We'll end up just having to replace afterwards. But yeah, we'll get this tidied up and rinsed down, and then I'll move round, start working down towards Paul. Right, so it started raining, but don't worry, it won't stop the dream team. We're gonna keep going no matter what. Paul's cleaned up to here. I'm gonna clean this bit. So doing well here, Paul. It's a big job.
It is a big job.
Doing well. There's this guy I want to tell you on YouTube. I've been watching a few of his videos.
Yeah.
I think he's called Chris Rogers.
Chris Rogers.
He does promotional videos for GoPro. So I was watching some of his videos to pick up tips on on using the GoPro.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's based in South Africa.
Oh.
I think so. He'll be on some hot beach.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, sometimes I do a job like this and I'm thinking, here I am in my waterproofs in Northampton. I wonder if Chris Rogers, if he ever sees this. I wish I was in Northampton in my waterproofs.
Come on over, Chris.
Getting splattered in the face with muck on a driveway. Hey,
This is the life. This is the life.
Who'd want to swap places with us, eh?
Yeah, this is great.
So show us your pressure washer, Paul, because you went for a slightly different one to me.
Yeah, it's a Briggs & Stratton.
Yep.
It's still a 21 litre per minute machine because obviously I wanted a bit of power behind it. The thing that helps with it is that it's 14 horsepower as well. So 14 horsepower with 21 litres per minute gives cleaning power units, which is just a little bit more than your typical 13 horsepower 21 litre per minute standard machine.
Okay. And this one's got a Mazzoni pump.
Yes.
So you got this from Rutland Pumps?
I did, and I must admit the big win for me, as I said, being an old codger, is that it's electric. So literally, there's the key, put it in gear, get it all ready, turn the ignition, and it starts up.
No pull string.
That makes such a difference for me.
So it's a Briggs & Stratton machine, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Slightly cheaper than the Honda version?
Cheaper, and because it doesn't have the brand strength that something like a Honda has, they've actually just brought the price in just a bit below, yet you're getting an extra horsepower for it. So
there you go. So slightly different to the one I use, but still gets the job done.
It does, yeah.
There you go. Thanks. So here we are the next day back at the driveway. It looks really good. Paul's sweeping away, we're brushing in the fresh sand, and yeah, I mean, even though it didn't maybe look all that dirty in the first place, I think now we've cleaned it, you can see the difference. It has really brightened up the driveway. It looks absolutely fantastic. And over here in particular, where there was like the oil stains, that's all come out. That oil that was there before, so that all looks really good. I have to confess, I was here late today. I had some other stuff on this afternoon, and Paul got here first, started brushing the sand across already, so he's got a head start. He's already done this whole section over this side. We've got kiln dry sand. Yeah, so I better get on and get helping Paul, because it works non-stop. Yeah, I need to do my fair share. There we go, job done. How about that? Paving that wraps all the way around the house, all the way along here, all the way around here. Remember all the weeds? There was some weeds along here. That's all gone now. The place is looking much better. Nice and tidy. It wasn't too bad round here anyway, but this here was quite a few weeds. That's really been transformed. Really looks much better. This pathway all the way around. And down here particularly was quite bad. A bit more shady, sheltered round here, probably sat damp. Parking on it already. Job well done, Paul.
Job well done. Just in time for that tractor coming up, eh?
Fantastic. So there we go, nice job. And this is a regular job that I do some internal window cleaning for as well. So I should imagine this might even be a once a year, every couple of year pressure washing job. Same time next year, Paul?
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my playlists, loads more pressure washing there. If you go directly to the A.E.Mackintosh channel, check out the pressure washing playlist. And catch up with you guys again soon.